Hello everybody! Welcome back. We are live. So I've not been feeling very well these past couple of days. So we're gonna take it easy this time and do some more sketchbook touring. I have a box of sketches that I basically have emptied onto my lap. And when I say sketches, some of these are from sketchbooks, but like some of these are from like notebooks, so they'll be on like college ruled paper. Some of them are really old, some of them are almost brand spanking new. Like, I have a huge variety of like time periods that these sketches are from. So I think it'll be interesting. You guys will get more of a look into high school Daisy, which she and I don't talk anymore, but but we've remained friends. So yeah, and let me know if there's anything wrong with my mic, because I recently changed some settings and I tested it out, but you know, like, you can only do so much, like hearing it back in videos and stuff. Ooh, pardon me, I had to blow my nose. There we go. Yeah, so, like I said, lots of different time periods this stuff could be from. I think there's even like a couple of elementary school ones in here. Like middle school, elementary school. This isn't everything I have from those time periods. Like, you know, we're still... Hi, Gazbang! Welcome! Yeah, we're still, you know, moving in a bit. Stuff isn't where it's supposed to be, so, there's, you know, like, not everything is here, but we have enough here that I think it will definitely be interesting to you guys. Including, like, some like, comics and stuff that I started, it seems. Maybe even some of my writings, cause, yeah, some middle school writings, it seems. No, some college stuff, too. Here's a fun fact, many people may not know about me. I have a bachelor's in creative writing and an associate's in fine art. So, actually, even though I'm primarily known as like a visual artist, I also I'm not too shabby at writing, I think. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. But that, it serves me well. Oh, and I'll also give you guys a sneak peek. Not a sneak peek. I mean, I already posted about on Twitter. But, I do need a name for the squashmallow that I got for Valentine's Day. Like, he's so cute. He's like this little flying squirrel with bunny ears. Freaking kills me. So, yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Especially since... Helicopter. Helicopter. For some reason, it reminds me of, like, helicopter. Yeah! That's exactly reminded me of. That's such a good name. That's so funny. Oh my god. Guys bag, your treasure. Your treasure. Here, a little kiss for my little goblin. There we go. Absolute banger. Oh my goodness, gravy. What can I say? I smooch him like I see him. When I see a cutie pie, right on the nog. Oh my goodness, gravy. Oh. Like, some of this stuff in here, wow, that was definitely from middle school. I can't wait to, like, I'm literally, like, chomping at there's maps in here. All kinds of stuff. Oh my god. Oh, stuff from, like, middle school where I was like, well, I don't have watercolors that are, like, nice, so I'm gonna try out food dye and see how that works. Yo, incredible. So, make sure you get comfy. Make sure you have some nice, delicious hydration. Personally, I've got a sparkling ice myself. I have been loving these. Hi, Uzi! Yo! Slime friends, slime friends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, recently I've been really loving, like, this sparkling ice stuff. Because it's basically, pop minus a bunch of the bad stuff. And I don't, have to feel as guilty. But also, LaCroix, I'm sorry. I don't have a sense of smell, so it is too subtle for me to taste. It just tastes like carbonic acid to me. It's horrible. I can't do it. Oh my goodness, gravy. Okay, I suppose I shall start booting up my phone cam. Yeah, so yesterday, I don't know what the problem was with me, like, feeling faint, because I checked my blood sugar after I started, like, basically passing out, right? But it was, like, not even as high as it had been, like, recently. So, like, I have no idea why I was feeling so bad, but c'est la vie. Yeah, so I'm just sort of taking it easy today. I want to stream, but I don't want to overexert myself because, if I do, I won't be able to continue streaming, and that's not an option. I want to keep doing it. So it's a delicate balance when you're not healthy enough to do the stuff you enjoy. But luckily, the stuff I enjoy isn't like jogging. Yeah, exactly, Uzi. Cozy vibes today. Like I said, get snuggled in, get a nice drink. Personally, I would recommend some tea. Delicious. Wowza yowza. And, you know, it's just a couple of friends going through some sketches that their big dumb idiot bugbear friend made. I know for a fact there are some really bonkers ones in here. I had to look through all of these, so I didn't accidentally show any booba, because sometimes booba happen. No self-nappy, okay? I am best artist in the world. No artist competes with me. Oh, for real, I'm in a very happy place with my art. You know, it's just interesting to see, like, how it's changed over time. You know, and some of the stuff is just straight dummy. I'm glad to hear your voice again. Oh, thank you. That's especially nice because I have been described as shrill. So thank you. That's a real pick me up for me. Okay, camera work. I would say upbeat. Oh, I mean, I try to be. Oh, is it? Hold on. Whoops, that's not what I meant to hit. I'm a professional. Hello? Hello? Phone. Oh no. Oh no. Look, look. It wouldn't be a VTubing stream if there was not scuff. Activate. Okay. Oh no. Okay, let me make sure. Ah, yes, the number changed. Okay, so let's add this and hit activate. Okay, there we go. Numbers for like IP stuff changes, and I'm like, why? Why does that happen? I literally don't know like how technology works, so I don't know how they connect. Is that the Sandman? Yeah. So, like in middle school, my brother started getting me like the anthologies of the old Sandman comics. So I have been sketching this idiot for Jughead. Yeah, baby. Yeah, there's a couple of characters on here. You know, there's also this texture that I literally can't stop doing with hair. Just I like it so much. And there's like this some sort of furry man, you know, and a lot of like best asexual iconic character Jughead. Yes, absolutely. 100% canon. I agree. Octopus lady, some sort of snake. And there's our moody man. And you know, like I said, this is like on loose college rule. Because sometimes you get bored in class and you do like a whole ass mural sort of deal. Okay, so this was some sort of like assignment I had in high school. So in high school, as you can see, my characters were a lot like more like skinny anime waifs. You know, but I still enjoyed doing like weird stuff like that. Some sort of like sprigging guy with just the craziest hips you've ever seen. You know, so this, oh yeah, and I used to do like really big stupid hats. This is so good. Like I said, like, there's a lot of different time periods in this stack, this big thick stack. So we've got, you know, we've got some stuff. Okay, so this is also high school. So like, look at how like thick anime the hair is, you know, and like, like you can see the basis of some stuff, but like, I still can't do feet. Feet are like one of the things where it's like, why? Why is this? Why do you exist? You know? Let's see. Okay, so this was, during college. This is a... Hi, Potion! Good to see you! Yay! Oh my goodness. So many of... Oh! Sippy sip. Heck yeah. Okay, maybe I should just keep this open because now I gotta... Hold on. I'm gonna set you guys down. Might just keep this cap open so I don't have to struggle with it each time. Ah, delicious. See what I mean? Like, I'm almost drunk this whole thing already. I'm just straight up obsessed with it. yeah, so this is Frankie. He's a character I've been trying to write a story for a very long time because he's sort of like near and dear to my heart. He's like this little voodoo doll who comes to life. But nailing down his story has been a little difficult. You know, and I think there's a lot of interesting stuff from basically every iteration that I've tried. But like also like one of the more modern ones, I straight up accidentally ripped off a movie called Monkey Trouble that I was obsessed with as a kid. So, that happens sometimes. Let's see. This looks like high school, but like early high school. So I was probably about 14 or 15, I think. Look at them knees bending the way a normal human knee bends, There's like a Teru Bozu. And like this plate armor that goes between the boobs. Because gotta love boob-centric armor. Oh, one of the very few like backgrounds I ever did, the Thieves' Forest. I discovered bamboo is just like tedious to draw, but it's not difficult. And I was like, bitch, I can do that. And then just like throw in some other stuff and pretend like it's a full like background when really it's just a bunch of bamboo, Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, okay. So this is more high school. It looks like the less it covers, the more it protects by boob armor today. Exactly. If your boob isn't at least 40% out, you're gonna die. This looks like it's probably fine liners and colored pencil, so this is some sort of like mermaid lady with look at how tiny that skull is. Is that supposed to be a human skull? Like, and like I said, my style at this point was very inspired by like my media consumption, So some very, I guess, 90s ass manga. Oh, this is more high school stuff. So, this was when I was a senior in high school. And I was in an AP art program that, like, I didn't do well in. Because it turns out traditional venues like the Advanced Placement Board don't like comics. So if you want to do comics for, like, your final project, they're like, yeah, out of 5, we'll give you a 2. But my teacher was like, you have to pick a motif for your whole year and stick to it. And I was like, that's so boring. So I picked, like, robots, but I'm not actually that great at drawing robots. Like, or at least I wasn't back then. I mean, it's definitely got, like, Astro Boy proportions. So I think that's probably where a lot of my inspiration came from. I think this is high school as well. Food stains, of course, because I have no respect for anything, including my own art. There's some sort of mongoose, and some sort of lady who's got rings, and they're hanging out, as you do. Oh, here we go. So this isn't paper, this is like a canvas sheet that's supposed to be used for, like, watercolor. It's very weird because this side that it's painted on is quite smooth, and this other side is quite rough. So I wonder if I, like, accidentally mixed it up, But, if I zoom out, this is, like, the full tableau, just, another adventurous anime girl with crazy hair. But this time she's in the field because, again, grass is an easy textural element that you can pretend is a background. this looks like high school as well. This was my idea of like a punk lady, I think. She's got like fishnets over top of pants, but also under pants. Like, I didn't care about straight lines, I guess. Well, to be fair to past Daisy, this was done in pen, so I'll give her a break. See, this, I think was probably during college. That's a crazy-ass waist this lady's got. This is one of those things where it's like, you're drawing it and somebody comes up behind you and they're like, why are you drawing a naked lady? And you're like, she's not naked, she just doesn't... yeah. You know? I'm like, she's not, she just doesn't have any clothes on yet. But I ended up never putting clothes on her, so... She's not naked, but she's not clothed. She's just sort of there. That's a big foot she's got. Compared to the rest of her, then again, her proportions are whack. This was like a hemomancer, I think, that I was like, yeah, hemomancer, there it is. You can tell that this was during my comic book school days, because all of the shading is done with line art, and there's a heavy emphasis on like having strong areas of black, which is something that was really emphasized in, you know, my classes. And there's also like a lot of variation of line width, which you would typically get with like inking, but I knew I wasn't gonna ink it, so I just did it like here, you know? In fact, I'm pretty sure I did this on like the plane ride home for Christmas one year, because that's the sort of shit I do. Imagine like sitting next to me on a plane and you're just like a normal ass man, and some chick is drawing this bloody anime girl, and it's like, okay, why is her tummy a skull? Why did the boob sit on the skull's head? Whatever. Yo, okay. So this requires a little bit of explanation. I think she's okay, but she could improve. This takes me back so far. So like you can see by Jinx 13 in the corner, that's the name I went on for Tinier Me. So, if you guys are old, you'll remember Gaia Online. I didn't start off on Gaia Online. I started off on a Gaia Online clone called Tinier Me that is made by the same people who now make this app called like Coco Play, where it's just the dressing up part. And my sister was also on this. So, this was my handle, and then this was my sister's handle, Nala88. And then these were two of her friends, and she asked me to draw them. And so, like, this is all of their, like, little avatars with all of their animal, like, basically with all of their items that they had on their avatars, you know? So that was my sister, and then these were her two friends. So, that's some real, like, 2007, 2008 bullshit, you know? It's, that's a picture. This is probably high school from the looks of it. You'll find a lot of characters with, like, names next to them, and a lot of the names are gonna be, come on, focus. Focus up. Focus up. Come on, focus up. There you go. A lot of the names are gonna be, like, stupid. So she appears to be, like, a poker-themed character, because she's got like the diamonds and the clubs and the hearts. Right, diamonds, clubs, hearts. Where are the spades? Oh, there's a spade. So, that seems to be... Oh, this is some middle school stuff! Ooh, we stand a middle school king. Look at you. Wow. You can tell that this is like... OMG, so cute. Right? You can tell that this is after I picked up How to Draw More Anime by Katie Coop. So you know, like that blue-haired anime boy that was on that book that went around a while ago, and everybody was like, I'm gonna redraw the blue-haired anime boy. I didn't have that book, but I did have the sequel, and that's where a lot of inspiration came from. Boy howdy. And of course it's lined paper. Like, of course it is. Okay. So this was high school for sure. You'll notice, some Japanese in the corner. I figured out what the Japanese word for daisy was, and then I was, like, signing shit in Japanese, cause weeb, right? And this was after I read a How to Draw Shoujo manga book, with, like, a bunch of really influential shoujo writers in it, like Yu Watase. So I was like trying to pick up the techniques, and like I had these watercolors that I used and like white ink and stuff. So I was very... And this is like some thick ass paper that I did not know how to use. Oh, okay. So this was before college, but after art school. You know, like, I can see what I was doing with it, but I don't know. I'm not really into this. This guy looks like an idiot. He looks like a big dummy, you know? So, there's that. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, I like to dabble in cartography sometimes, and these are also good. This stack for sure has spans a lot more time periods than the sketchbooks from last time, you know? So you're getting to see, like, all of my, like, idiosyncrasies and shit, you know? So, like, literally, legend for Manaria. So this was a world called Manaria, apparently, that I made. That looks like Greenland, and this looks like Africa, and this looks like Russia, and that looks like Australia, and this also looks like Australia, so that's interesting. Oh, this appears to be an experimentation with, like, white pencil on black paper. I think the top of this is hot garbo, but the bottom ain't looking so bad. The bottom looks like, you know, like somebody knows what the fuck they're doing. This may be during college, I think. Yeah, seems like it. Sorry, I'm a very textual person, so I'm just gonna be like, you know. Oh, okay, so this is more of this, like, canvas stuff. Like the watercolor canvas stuff. And this, was done with, a quill pen. I've used quill pens a lot. I don't have one currently because I basically ruined all of them, in one of the moves. But yeah, so, you know, with a quill pen, you dip it in the ink and then you use it to draw. And the attractive part of it is the line variation you can get, you know? So you can get a lot of, like, weird lines and stuff going. And it seems like there's stuff on the back of this. Oh, there's a lady karate chopping her own face, as you do. There's some sort of food dog. There's a man, and there's a person. So, you know, totally not a waste of what was probably very valuable art supplies. Oh, this was an idea I had for a sculpture. I thought it would be cute to do like a Hello Kitty Sailor Moon. Or like her buns are apples. So like I planned it all out. But then I was using Sculpty, and I hate Sculpty. I hate it. It's not intuitive, and it's not... There are lots of different things to sculpt with, but the two sort of like things you have to keep in mind when sculpting are, is this additive sculpting or is this subtractive sculpting? So additive sculpting is like taking a big lump of clay and turning it into whatever, right? But subtractive is like you have a big piece of marble and you chip away until it turns into whatever, right? And you can't like glue things on, you know? But a lot of additive materials are also subtractive. You can carve it away. Sculpty is not. Can you carve it away? Physically, yes. Will it look good and feel good and chip and be horrible? Absolutely. So I hate it, because I am very much a subtractive sculptor. Oh, so here we go. This seems to be an angsty, like, werewolf transformation happening. And it's cut out for some reason. I think maybe I had hung this on, like, a bulletin board at one point. Yeah, there's a little hole. So, like, she's got big blobby paws, and, like, of course her little pants stay on. But there goes her top, and she's just got a couple of little rips. And apparently it hurts. So I would say this is probably high school, just based on how not present her nose is. You know? I think this is also high school. This was a recurring character. You'll probably see him a couple of times. He's like this blind, rabbity forest spirit type thing that also transforms into a boy, because of course it does. Gotta have them boy transformations. Speaking of, this is him. So there he is in his like forest god form. And there's a jar with his eyeballs in it, apparently. And then here Anime Boy is in all of his glory. He's got his little tail and his ears and his human blam form. So, man, okay. Oh, this looks like the same era. Man, look at the proportions on that child. That's something. You can definitely tell I was in high school because, you know, the marks just everywhere, where everybody's got like, I don't know, would you consider them tattoos or whatever? And they just make no sense. I've always liked this very simple like triangle pattern, so you will find it in basically from middle school until now. This is in my stuff. Yeah, interesting. See what I mean? And this appears to be like a sort of chibi attempt at a sad boy swordsman. What material is this? Is this... I think this has to be fine liner, because it's not got that raised quality that Diptych has. It's very flat to the page, so I think it has to be like a fine liner. He's pretty cute. Ooh, Another lady who's got a cat for a lower body. Very, anatomically correct. Question nothing about how this looks. Especially not her boobs. Look at those! Oh my god, it's like she's trying to smuggle lemon. Oh, I love that. Yeah, definitely high school. Ooh, more high school. When I was in high school, I was, like, obsessed with kung fu movies. Cause, like, one of the movies we had growing up was Twin Dragons, which was a Jackie Chan film where he played his own twin. And, you know, I was obsessed with Jackie Chan. So, you'll find a lot of, like, Chinese-inspired kung fu-esque sort of stuff. In my high school years, for sure. Oh, this is another version of Winifred. Gotta love Winifred. She is ever evolving, and yet, always gorgeous. My Winnie. Yes, yes, yes. No boobs at any time, I don't think. I think she's always been quite flat, which is interesting, considering how different she's looked in most of her iterations. And she's remained entirely flat. Oh, okay. You know, sometimes you just draw a lady who's got a fucking caked up ass and poofy tail, you know? You gotta. When would this have been? This seems like maybe late into my college career, I think. Yeah, this is late into college. This is another version of Winifred, that we will be seeing a lot of shortly, because I believe we're coming up on, yeah, we're getting close. Winifred, was gonna have her own comic, and here were some tests I was doing for inking. I believe I wanted to do it initially all in ink, but brushed ink. So this is ink that's been put on a brush as opposed to a pen. But I might have dialed it back because it seemed too, big. Seemed really big. This is my favorite. He's a masterpiece. I love that his face is like 2 lines with 2 dots in between. Very good. This was from the Winifred comic. So this was gonna be Winifred, and this is, basically like the other main character that I was thinking of. I like her. She's like, you know, sort of, she looks like stone, but also like natural. She's had a lot of iterations herself, but she, remains unnamed, I think. No, I think I gave her a name, but it didn't stick, so I don't remember it. Okay, so I remember this one. Okay. Too hot for Twitch. This one, I was joking with we were taking an art history class with my friend, and we were joking about, symbolism in art. So this is what we came up with, you know, the competitive gladiator mentality perpetuated by team sports, ugliness, liberty, and then on her butt, which was twerking, it said the suffering of man, and then down here it's societal norms and oppressive nature. So, think of that one as you will. It's just... Draw things to make your friends go, what the fuck are you doing? You know? So, like, there's this man with this extremely defiant face. Saying "Nani" as he looks at a paper just full of butts. And, that's his body. He's got nubby little kneecaps and a little heart apron on. Jesus. Look, sometimes you draw silly shit for your friends, and it's okay. Drawfee makes a whole show exclusively about that. God, one of the butts is saying sup, so there you go. Beautiful. Oh, pat the hug bear on, thank you. Oh my goodness. This appears to be like a forum study that I was doing. I think I remember doing this in like the library while I was supposed to be studying or something. You know? But sometimes, like I said before, you just gotta break out a pose. Oh, this is Copic marker. Yeah. Is this... Okay, so this was an ink pen I had that was sort of like dipping your pen in ink, except it was one of those ones that you load an ink cartridge into it. It was a reloadable, like, ink pen. And then it's just got Copic markers over it. But my Copic markers... I used and abused and also didn't really understand how to utilize. I've never really gelled with it. I could never get that, like, smooth Copic look that other people could get, you know? And boy did I try for... Here's some more just me trying to make my friends laugh with art. So that appears to be some sort of horrible Totoro, that demands acorn. Blorp. Yep. So, do with that as you will. A haunted cactus, a little puffball, who apparently does not wish to be here anymore. This man's got Dragon Quest slime, hell yeah! I mean, they're so bouncy and fantastic, you know. Oh, another little Totoro, but he's not a nightmare. The man's got a face in his back. He was like a man made out of slime. And here's a pig. So, man, this is... You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a tattoo somebody would get. You know? Like, some people get really, like, fucking bonkers tattoos. This looks like a tattoo someone would have. I need to commission the Daisy to make me an animated Uzi like this. I mean, basically, I like put the animation together in Easy GIF, however you say the GIF word. Because I have no idea how you say it out loud, but you know, I basically just put the frames together in Easy GIF because I was like, this is too much work to try to figure it out. This appears to be just a cute girl hanging out in like a school uniform with stuff underneath saying lol what. Fair. Oh, some more like dumb hats. For a while there, I was very, very, very into dumb hats. So this appears to be late into college. So, oh, she's lovely. I mean, I think some of these are interesting and could certainly be utilized. But, yo, I was so proud of this. This is like a warrior. Let's zoom really further. This is like a warrior I drew based off of Dragon Age Origins because I had just played the game, and I was just, oh, I'm getting a call from Scam Likely. Go away, Scam Likely, you scoundrel! That Likely clan, and particularly Scam, he's so insistent. Yeah, so this was during college. I played Dragon Age Origins basically for the first time, and I was obsessed with the game. So, like, I put a lot of thought into this armor. I was like, it's gotta be practical, but also it's gotta look cool. You know? This is a card I made for Easter. Togepi says PP Togepri, which means have an excellent Easter from Daisy. Whoever I made this for didn't keep it apparently, so I have it. Ooh, high school. But particularly that point in high school where legs could go on forever. Like, look at these frickin' legs. Look at them. Her whole torso. I will take it sent to me via the live mail. Like, her legs take up 1, 2, and then her torso takes up 1. It's like, that's not how proportions work, bitch. Also, that's not how armor works. Her tummy's out. Why are you shrugging your tum? Oh my god, these people. Ooh, another ink thing where this cat is apparently dead inside, and this person, seems like maybe they agree that they too are dead inside. You know, sometimes you just gotta sketch. You just gotta sketch what you're feeling. Oh my fucking god. Okay, so this is some real elementary school bullshit. Let's go. So this is like laminated even. I think this was like a school project. I did decide like where the panels, OMG, right? I did decide where the panels got to go. This was like part of the assignment. So let's look at it. My name is Daisy Fentman. I like to draw, paint, and sculpt with clay. That says sketchbook on it, so you know it's a sketchbook. That says Clay Co. And there's me painting, I think it's a squirrel. The person who is most important to me is my mom. She takes care of me, and she makes me happy when I'm sad. Honestly, mood. Young Daisy had it figured out early. She's the best mama. Yo, okay, so a lot of these people are not in my family anymore. My family includes Chrissy, Kim, John, Ed, Tom, Jesse, Mary, Sam, Mom, Dad, and I. So let's see. Now it includes John, Ed, Mary, and Mom and Tom. That's it. Last summer we went to Disney World and a place called South of the Border. If you've ever seen South of the Border, it's got like a giant dude with like that kind of hat on it. So I was like, whoa. My best friend is Ellie Ahern. She is always nice. Newsflash, she was not. I was like a convenience friend. You know, I was the friend to go to when all of her other friends were busy. Because they had lives. Let's see. My goal is to become a famous illustrator. You know, that really hasn't changed much. And my favorite book is Black Beauty. It's still a great book. But, fun fact, I thought because my favorite book was Black Beauty, and it's a book about horses, that I then had to like everything about horses. So I like tried reading a bunch of horse girl books and like tried having a bunch of horse figurines, but it just turned out that I really enjoyed Black Beauty and was not into like horses actually. So, you know, that's fun. Oh, yo, this is some more middle school bullshit. Yo! Oh, this is ink pen. Oh my god, you can feel it. The scritches along this low-ass quality paper. Oh my god. This is like an anime girl in like a black fishnet gown. And of course her feet are cut off at the bottom. Because of course they are. Oh my god, I just want to touch it. I just want to touch it. Yeah. Yo! Okay. So, 07, baby. This is around, like, what? 07. Oh my god. 14. Why is this so wrinkled? Why is this so wrinkly? Where did this come from? Why did I draw it? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Yo, okay. So I love doing comics in like my sketchbooks, and of course they were backwards because Daisy, my heart is full seeing these. I'm glad because, you know, like, some of these might be a little, like, what some people would consider cringe now, but, you gotta respect the journey. By trying things and being cringe, you figure out what shit you're, like, actually into, you know? So, like, this one was, if you see, this is actually a copy of the original. I don't have the original. This is, like, scanned in and then printed back out. So, like, this was, you know, like, the beginning of a comic. Every day, it's always the same. ... Class, we have a new student joining us. She's not from around here, so be nice. Yes, Sensei. Scream. That is clack. What? But yo, I'm Hanatsuki Hitomi Bore. Got that? Until she came. You respect the journey, man. That's it. That's all. That's the farthest that. Page 2. There's no page 2. That's it. Oh my god. Oh, this fun fact about this. This is a copy. It's another printout, as you can see from like that print. Come on. That, like, printing mistake? What happened to that? They both died. Fun fact, I actually gave the real copy of this to, I believe, one of my math teachers in high school, because she was nice to me and always encouraged my art, even though I was supremely horrible at math. So she has a supremely anime bikini girl in her house now, I guess. Because that's what people want, right? Okay, yo. So this is like the good taste, exactly. This is like the cover I did for an entire comic I was doing, and unlike that other comic, one of the sketchbooks I have next to me is entirely dedicated to, like, the first, like, 1 or 2 chapters of this. So that's pretty cute. This is definitely a middle school thing. I mean, look at those eyes. Oh. This was after art school. We were watching just a tremendous amount of Project Runway. So I was like, you know, this seems like fun. I like designing things. You know? So I was like, I'll try designing fashions. I don't understand fashion though. So, oh, that one had something on the back of it. Seems like a thickum girl who never got off the ground, really. Right, so this was like a design for like some streetwear, and then I liked it, and I was like, well, because I was thinking about my comic at this point, and I was like, let me try it on Mickey, sort of. But, I think this is a more modern piece. So, like, post-college, I think I was just getting into D&D at this time, so this is probably like a tiefling who would have had a rapier had I finished the idea. But I didn't. I just did the head and was like, I'm done. High school thing. It was some sort of like assignment I had to do, or it was like I had to take an object and make it mixed, like make it into a personification of that object, but also use mixed media. So here's an anime girl. It's a watch I had. So that's why she's got those like holes in her legs and that like leather sort of marbling effect. And like the little buckle up there, because she was like, yep, personify an object. And I was like, anime? And she was like, for the love of Christ in heaven, please, no more anime. These are some monster ideas I had for my comic. They're sort of just like twisty clouds of goo and body parts. So, pleasant. Pleasant to look at. This is just hashing out another pose. You know how it goes. Gotta do a pose. Why these are cut out like this, I have no idea. Ooh, a profile. And one I quite like, too. You can see the one coming up through the background. Oh my god. But, you know, it's a pretty good profile. She's very, Romanesque. It's quite interesting. Definitely post-college. Like, late elementary school, early middle school. Look at her. Very exactly. She's beautiful. Oh my god, I love her. Look at her side profile. Look at the lack of bones in her entire neck. Oh my god. I just wanna ball her up into a little wad and eat her. Yeah! Middle school shit. You know it's middle school because they had the chains on the pants. You know, the buckles for no reason and the chains on the pants. Had to do it to him. And look at those hands. I was trying so hard. He's like, I'm a fiery anime boy. Look at how much I'm blushing. Yo, the counterpart. She's like, I'm like the magical girl of the group. So I've got like a cute dress and it's OMG. Like, I love the faces. Like, this neck makes no sense whatsoever. Look at the crazy fucking angle she's got on that. Oh, she's so cute. I love her. What a little idiot. Okay, this was like in, this is, I think, early high school. This was a character I had as well called Blue Jay. She was like a healer, and that's what that mark on her face denoted. But, because, you know, they were, like, the idea was healers were always, like, sought out for people. I love nature-themed characters. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The idea was people always sought her out for, like, you know, fixing their ails, but then, you know, whenever she was in trouble, they're like, well, she's a witch. You know, so. Ooh, lined paper, baby! So this is high school. This was me trying to figure out, like, some kind of edgy, like, kung fu character, but her, like, bow staff was also 2 guns. Oh, because, why shoot people with your guns when you can screw them together and whack people with your guns and then shoot them with them? I guess, was the idea. Seems wildly impractical, and like you might accidentally shoot yourself or someone else. But, you know, you gotta do you. Oh, okay. So, this one is pretty easy. In high school, I started trying to read Air Gear, and I loved the idea of, like, these motorized, like, rollerblades, because it was so interesting. But the entire comic was so, like, smutty. It was so over-sexualized that I just couldn't handle it. And my brother, who, like, hunkered down and continued to read it, because he, too, liked the idea of, like, these motorized wheel skates, he was like, yeah, later on, like, President Obama gets turned into an anime girl and, like, stops time with her rollerblades. And I was like, why couldn't it just have been, like, a cool story about, like, this sort of punk, you know, underground sport, and instead it had to be crazy, horny anime bullshit. Oh, this is middle school. She's wearing a bikini and a camo jacket. Speaking of horny anime bullshit. That face! Don't you just want to give it a smooch? Wow. I absolutely love the lack of bones in these. The lack of bones is really what gets me. Oh, here we go. So, these were like some characters I was just like sketching for fun. And then one of my classmates colored it in for me using like all of these fancy pens she had. So, like, it was just characters as like an idea for a comic. And for some reason, none of the characters had mouths. Except for that cat. He's the only one. Like, I was into Dilbert at one point, so that might explain it. So he doesn't have a mouth. Just trying to figure out why I made that artistic choice. Hey. This is definitely elementary school, and this is Archie and Betty! Yeah! Look at them! Wow, such nerds. You can see I fucked up on his eyebrow. Because I was a kid and pressing so hard, it's still there. Wow. Lovely. Beautiful. Look at that goiter she's got. Spectacular. Oh, these were more characters I had in high school. They were like pirate ladies, but they were all named after like characters from... So Daisy, A-B, A-V, or B-V. Okay, here's what I think. Archie Andrews and Sabrina Spellman. And then Betty and Veronica. Or Archie and Valerie from Josie and the Pussycats. Because those two, yes. So, that's my opinion. Oh my god. Yeah, just a bunch of dummies. They were like sisters on a pirate ship. I have no idea why they were named after like Norse gods. Just happens. Ooh, early high school. Peak long leg energy. I blame Skip Beat. that people are using that emote because I love it. Yeah, I think she's kind of cute. Like, definitely I was reading Naruto at this point, you know? Because, ninjas. Ooh. A lady with that hair texture I like so much. Definitely, during or post-college. Just a nice little pic. Oh! This, for one of my friends, and, his tag is medic droid. So he was like, I don't really have a design. Could you design me a medic droid? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And for some reason, I was like, maybe I'll do commissions in, like, watercolor, because I'm not, like, bad at watercolor, you know? And you can tell I had been playing a lot of Warframe at the time, because this bitch is just straight up a Warframe, you know? So she's got, like, the multiple arms, you know? And then I thought it would be cool if, like, her hands looked like the sterilized gloves that doctors use. So I really liked how these hands came out, you know? And, like, the idea was her thighs were, like, compartments for, like, medicine. So, like, you can pop these open and pull out stuff. Basically, her forearms, too. So, yeah. I thought she was very cool. I liked it quite a bit. And I loved this, like, caduceus on the front of the face. I could not get over. I'm still, high-key obsessed with this design. But, of course, it's not my design. Because it's a commission, so I don't own this character. Such sorrow. This is a unicorn lady. This was definitely post-college. I love unicorns. Unlike Black Beauty, basically any book about unicorns I'll read. So she's like a unicorn lady. The way people like anthropomorphize horse and deer hooves has always bothered me. I think this makes more sense personally. Then she's got big ass hooves. And of course she's like a cute little outfit. You can tell, I took a lot of inspiration from Dragon Age because of these sort of like hip, like, skirts that open in the front. That was like a big thing, design-wise. So that's a big unicorn lady. And this is, another Dragon Age inspired lady. So she's like, I really like her design, but she's a lot of work to draw because of all of the patterning. But I was really proud of how this came out. You know? I like her quite a bit. I think her name was Rose. I think her name was Briar Rose, because Briar Rose is a cooler, edgier name, because it indicates thorns. Oh yeah, this is a design for a robe that I did. When I posted it to DeviantArt, somebody was like, oh, that looks nice and full. So I didn't realize that was like a kink people had, but apparently being able to be folded up into something quite compact is some people's thing. So, you know, I like this design quite a bit. Can't lie. Love robots, especially ones inspired by ball-jointed dolls. Can't get enough of them. And then, of course, non-human characters with monstrous features. Just love it. Beautiful. A+. Speaking of ball-jointed dolls, that's what this is, with a food stain. This was like a thing that was... I guess I can go into it, because I think we'll be seeing more of this. initially, the story I'm working on was going to be a video game. So this was basically the sketch for a sprite I was going to do. This was like an enemy you could encounter. But I decided not to go the video game route because in the end, even though I've been afraid to do comics for a long time, for reasons I won't really go into right now, I love them. So, I gotta get back to him someday. And it just seems like the best format for the story, you know? Yo, this was my first D&D character. My first one that I actually, played. This is Reverie. The silver part of this hair is not actually her hair. It's part of her mask. It's like this white horsehair attached to her mask, and then her real hair underneath is like those tiny braids that I've been obsessed with ever since I was a kid and saw Brandy and Cinderella, and it was like, I want to be her. You know? So I was like, I'm absolutely basing this character off of Brandy from Cinderella. But she was like a cleric, elf girl. So beautiful. Here's the thing, that movie did a lot for everybody, including my little ace ass, and I was like, pretty princess, what a me. Yeah, and she's got pamphlets for her god, because she followed, this god who was very loving and forgiving, you know? Although she could stab a bitch. But she basically didn't show her face. This face is the face of her god, you know? So, some of her adventures were a little rough, but she'll always be my baby. Yo, this is a pod person that I drew from, what's it called? It's not Dark Cloud, it's Dark Crystal! Yeah, Dark Crystal, because Brian Froud and Jim Henson getting together just created straight up magics, and I love these little idiots with their dumb little faces and their sweet little feet and their adorable little instruments and shit. I'm so into it. So this is a brown, a brown paper, you know? It's sepia toned, so I just use that to my advantage, you know? Ooh, an armor study. Sometimes you just see cool armor in video games or online, and you're like, I gotta figure out how armor works. Let's go! That's a nice gauntlet. Quite like it. And then, of course, he's got his sword, which is wildly impractical. Definitely post-college. Oh, here's the sketch for the medic droid, because I used a light box to transfer it onto the watercolor paper. I don't have a light box anymore, and I always miss it when it's gone and hate it when it's here. You know? So, I have... Oh! This was the first draft! Where I was like, maybe her abs are blood storage containers, you know? She's got ports in the side that you can plug into. She didn't have her, arms, and I was like, actually, no. And then, I made the wings come off of the face instead of just being, printed on, which I thought was a massive improvement. So, Oh, okay. This is one of my favorite pieces that I've done where there's no underdrawing. You just go. So, I usually just start at the nose and, radiate outwards. So, this lady is This lady is a flower lady with, these crazy pauldrons and a bunch of hydrangeas under it. And, peonies and shit in her hair, which are, these huge braids. And then she's got, these tassels coming down her sleeves. And she's holding, a lotus. And is, framed by lotus leaves. And even though I think her head is quite narrow and awkward, and the image is obviously extremely busy, I think it was very successful, because like I said, this was basically like, no underdrawing, let's just, wherever I put the line stays, and there was no erasing either, so I love doing things like that, because it's fun. Oh, okay. So this guy, for a while there, I was trying to do daily drawing prompts, but I got kind of, pardon me, I'm gonna take a drink. There we go. I got a little disheartened because I was the only one I knew who was like doing them, and doing something like trying to create a habit by yourself is difficult, you know, especially when it feels like you're not progressing. So this was a random prompt from, you guys know Jazzo, right? He's like, pardon me while I shift. He's like this big art YouTuber, you know. He does a lot of drawing prompts and stuff, and he has his own app. So I input a lot of like different nouns and adjectives and like positional phrases into his app, and generated random words to get, you know, prompt. So I'm quite proud of how his gloves came out. But like I said, when you're the only one doing daily prompts, that like, you know, in your friend group, it can feel very intimidating, you know? This is another one of the prompts. So if we look here, the prompt is actually on it. Gentle sage cyborg who is painting. So here's this, you know, cybernetic fawn painting her little fairy friend. I thought it turned out quite well, considering, you know, a gentle sage cyborg. You know, how do you express that someone is sage, you know? Like, so I think I did okay. She seems quite well adjusted. Oh, this is that character from last time, that big yellow sketchbook. That was like the guy who was like a rough and tumble street lad. But this time I took him and was like, well, what if this whole stack is shifting? Oh my gosh. Okay. What if like he was like, instead was in like a martial arts high school sort of like story, a la Ranma 1/2. So this was him and like his roommate, who was like the sort of, why am I here? I don't belong in this school. Everybody does martial arts except me. I literally just want to do music. I don't understand martial arts. I thought getting a full scholarship would help me pay tuition, but it turns out I went to the wrong school. You know? So that was sort of like the idea for them, that they're like this unlikely duo. You know? This is an idea I had for a superhero where she was like some sort of like, I don't know, like crash landed alien or something who was stranded on Earth, and like she hated seeing everybody suffering, so like she would basically let me sum it up in two words. Ninja healthcare. Sneak in to like people's homes or into dark alleyways and like heal them up using her innate abilities. Ninja healthcare was her idea. Oh, this was just like a fun thing, you know? Like, this isn't a character for anything. She's just a lady wearing a bikini, I guess, and having weird body parts and jewels like embedded in her skin, it seems. So, there's that. Oh, this is some Frankie stuff. I realize now that the placement of that heart is not great. It's right over her, where her ragu would be if she were anatomical. And I hate it. But this is Frankie. He's a voodoo doll with pinstripes. And then this was Joni. She had like little rosettes all over her fabric. And then this was like a sort of enemy turned friend character where like he's got this missing heart sort of area and flowers for eyes. I'm pretty heavily inspired by like dreams, and the flowers for eyes on like a doll was one of them. So I was like, that would make an interesting character. This is just a pen sketch, it seems. That I like. Because I think, yo, for a pen sketch, that ain't bad shit. Let's see. Oh! Floofy hair! So this was during college. This was definitely done with a brush pen over blue pencil, right? And like, there's something about giving people hair like they're sheeps. But it's just like, ooh, gotta, you know? So I like her quite a bit. I like her and her floofy hair. Ugh, you know? Kills me. Oh, okay. So, this is one of the most modern iterations of Winifred. She's got this, she's got her leg, she's got all of these different braids that sort of do magic. She's got this snail shell, which is important to her culture, and like all of this stuff all over her. And of course, some backstory. A lot of this has changed, but she's a good girl. Also, this is like recycled cardboard paper, so it's quite like stiff, but also like it upholds like its integrity well. So I quite like it. And this was done with an ink pen, and you can tell by the sort of feathering on the edges. Because this paper is not intended for ink pen, actually. I guess I named her Reverie after my D&D character, or the D&D character came after her, but this was the idea I had for Winifred's basically like the other main character in the story, but I don't know. I like her, but there's something missing, you know? Adel doesn't exist anymore. She was fun to draw, but she didn't have much character outside of like being just like me fight. You know? So I like Adel, but here's a different version of Winifred and I guess Reverie. This version of Winifred you'll see in the comic that I had been working on. I like this outfit. Like, I think some of it could be changed. But overall it's kind of cute for somebody. And then this design, like, her horns look horrible. And, like, the rest of her is okay, but nothing, like, stands out about her, you know? Oh, this was the logo I did for that comic. It was called Eye Teeth, because the city she was headed to is called that because it's nestled in between two mountains that are like the tallest mountains in this range, that are called like the teeth of the world, you know? And then I played Skyrim and they were like the third of the world, and I was like, you motherfuckers. Oh, okay, so this was a cartoon I was thinking of doing for the college newspaper, but they didn't like any of my ideas, so it ended up not going forward, you know. But I thought they were pretty cute for like one panel comics. They're not perfect, but who is? Oh, fun fact. This one where it says, I don't have a question really. I've just been in the wrong classroom this entire time, and I didn't want to interrupt you. I'll be going now. That happened to me. I did that. I am not good at being alive, so first day of college, I went into the classroom and sat down, and all these people were there, and we were doing like this entry test that all students had to do. So we did the entry test, and then afterward, everybody was like introducing themselves, and they're like, I'm a science teacher, and the people next to me were like, I'm a biology major, and I was like, shit, I'm a creative writing major. I don't belong in this room. My room is upstairs, turns out. So, like, there were probably 60 people in the room, and, like, they only got to me by, like, person 40 of introductions. So, like, I just, you know, everybody, like, would stand up and say, you know, what their name was, what their major was, and, like, their plans and stuff. And I literally stood up and was like, yeah, my name is Daisy. I've been in the wrong room this entire time, and I was too shy to say that while you guys were introducing yourselves, so I'm gonna leave now. And that's how I introduced myself to a large portion of the student body. Oh, this is some more high school, like, watercolor stuff. Oh, thank you. Like, it's funny because my mother is a professor at a college, and she often uses my blunders to express to students, look, sometimes you can be smart, but also be incredibly stupid. It's okay. It happens. People make mistakes. Cautionary tale. I'm more like an inspirational tale. You know? Like one year, I forgot to go to 2 of my finals. Because I was like, oh, both of those finals are Thursday. They were both Tuesday. But it was like a literature class and an improv class. And my improv teacher, like, messaged me after the test was taking place, and she was like, so, hey, I didn't hear from you, and, like, I'm worried because, you know, usually, if you're not here, you tell me that you're not gonna be here, and we put on the whole show, which was, like, the end of year thing that we do. It's, like, your final, you know, this end of year show. So, are you sick? What happened? And I had to tell this poor woman who was trying to be so diplomatic that I straight up forgot. Straight up. That just slipped my mind completely. I was like, that isn't Thursday? And she's like, no. I was like, oh no, can I make it up somehow? And she was like, I mean, it was a show we put on, like, we sold tickets, so not really. I was like, oh no. She was like, you know what, you were getting like straight A's throughout the whole class. I'll just give you a B for the final. And I was like, that is more than I deserve, thank you. So sometimes you mess up, and it's okay, because either people are kind and it turns out not so bad, or people are cruel and you learn an important lesson. Yo, this was like a cute Harajuku cat I did during art school. She's catching a nerd mouse and she has a dead bird in her slushy drink. Like a monster, like the monster that she is. This is definitely like ink on Bristol. Yeah, for sure. Yo, more high school! Notice how I was like, ooh, I need to make sure people know this is my copyright. Copyright is implied. If you created it, you don't have to put the C on it for copyright to take hold. If you've done it, it's yours. Yo, look at this idiot. Some more pen sketching. Gotta love sketching without any backups. It's beautiful. Oh, and this was like, I think the other character, to go with the one we just saw, I think almost entirely ripped off from Vash the Stampede. I mean, look at that coat. Look at them buttons. Look at that hair. That's Vash the Stampede. You can't get past it. Oh, this was me trying to think up of like a martial art that like these characters would be doing in a comic. And these are all like actual martial arts. But I did not proceed. Yo! This is a Panda Luchador! I love a Panda Luchador. This was just after getting out of art school. I was like, I can sell commissions. Nobody wanted commissions of this. Look at it! Oh my gosh. Ooh, this was, I was like, I like drawing fabric. Let's just get as much fabric into an outfit as I possibly can. So, bam, baby, that's that. You know? Ooh, some more Frankie, but this time dry brush. What a good boy. He's just a lovely lad, trying to make his way through this tough world. Love you. Oh, okay. So, when I lived way up north, where almost nobody lives, I was in like this Goodwill, and I saw some old comics that somebody had gotten rid of, and one of them was a Marvel comic called Spitfire and the Troubleshooters, and I only had the one comic, but like the idea was this woman from MIT had like this robot that her father built, and like ended up dying because of it, and then like she inherited this robot and took over like by basically fighting crime in the robot, and then she had like this backup team of her students who like literally would hack things while she was fighting baddies, you know? And I was like, well, I like some of this premise, but I think, you know, if I were to redo it, one, she'd be partially a cyborg herself. She would have been like hurt in the attack that killed her father. And two, the robot would be hers. Fuck this whole inheriting from a male figure bullshit. She made this robot. This robot is hers. And her dad was killed because he was in the lab and it was dark or something, you know? And also, the proportions of Spitfire were bonkers. There's no way a human could, like, fit in it. You know? Sort of like Warhammer Marines. They're not, like, straight human. They're genetically modified, I think. I don't really understand Warhammer. But, like, you know, they've got big enough bodies that their chests come out the here and their arms go down there, but not a human. So she would have, like, little levers in there to control the arms, and then the rest could be controlled. But, you know, like, it's a Marvel property. It's never gonna happen. This was a homework sketch I had to do. I hate homework. Even if it's like art homework. I hate it. With my whole heart. I'm 30 and I still hate homework. You give me something to do at home, I'm gonna be like, no, do it here or not do it. So, I was supposed to spend like 2 weeks doing this, and instead I did it in like an hour before class, because homework sucks. You know? This appears just to be a nice character with absolutely crazy body proportions. Look at them hips and legs compared to that torso. Does not compute. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm adjusting again. Blech. This, I played like 600 hours of Shadowverse. So, I was like, wouldn't it be interesting if I combined, the church mommy with the vampire daddy? Like, design-wise. Let's see. This was some more design based off of, like, this is based off of, like, a specific type of Korean armor, I think. But I haven't the word in my brain for the exact type. Oh, this is Sadia. A Khajiit I had in one of my playthroughs of Skyrim. I have so many screenshots of Skyrim. I modded the ever-loving shit out of it. So that's dear Sadia, my first character in Special Edition. Yo, okay, so this is like late middle school, early high school. I was doing like a Grim Reaper character, you know? But like her wings were all fucked up and she was like all scarred up, you know? And like she was like I think this was more middle school, very late middle school. And then this was like a weird chibi version I did of her because I can. You know? And then this was like her spooky, ghostly version, you know? And it's like, that's just a big blob. It's not really scary. It's just a blob. Oh, okay. This was in art school. I had recently gotten back into Okage Shadow King. So I was like trying to emulate the like art vibes. This isn't really it, you know, but can't blame a gal for trying. I like the like petal. It's cute. It's cute. Oh, this is a gargoyle because I'm obsessed with gargoyles. The Disney show. I hate Disney from an objective standpoint, but I cannot stop loving Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast and gargoyles. Thank you. I quite like her. I think she's pretty cute. I wanted to do the sort of wings that What's-His-Face had. The little one. Not langoustine. That's a type of, crustacean. Langston. No, that's Hughes from the Harlem Renaissance. Louisville. That's a city in, like, Kentucky. I don't remember what his name was. He was the little Lexington, Lexipro, Lexicon, whatever the fuck his name was. He was one of the gargoyles on Gargoyles. He was the little one with the wings that were like a membrane attached to his legs and arms instead of like separate wings. Layton, that's a professor in a game. God damn it. His name is. What is this guy's name? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I like this design quite a bit. I love doing like these scalloped edges. I had gotten away from that for a bit, but I should do that more because that looks hot as shit. Ooh, okay. So this is high school. Done with a quill pen. This is like a guy with a phoenix motif. I think I was playing Star Ocean till the end of time. So this has some of those vibes. This was during college. It's like a spirit lady, like a forest spirit. I wanted to combine like elements of plants and animals in. So I did like one half was like tree and the other half was like owl, Do I think it was entirely successful? Do I think it's okay? Yeah. Yo! High School Daisy, let's go! This was definitely inspired by Dynasty Warriors. I could not stop playing Dynasty Warriors. Number go up makes brain happy, and nothing makes number go up like Dynasty Warriors, Like, you just cartwheeling with your bow staff through a whole bunch of enemies, and it's like, 600 combo, and you're like, serotonin! Oh, this is a furry version of one of my friends from art school. Because, I don't know, she just always struck me as, like, cat-like, So I was like, I wanna emulate that. So, there she is. Her hair was quite, like, luxurious and curly, but she always had this one hair that, like, curled into a perfect spiral naturally. And she sort of encouraged it by, like, separating it out to make sure that it would, She loved to, like, tie bandanas to her arms, and, she was a very cute and wonderful friend. And I did not keep in touch because I was ashamed of who I was during that period of my life. Ooh. I've thought of a lot of, like, supernatural agency, like, stories over the years, and this was another one of them, but it was like, clueless idiot guy is helped by 3 women who are actually competent at what they do, so some real, like, not shonen, what's the one for, like, older dudes? Whatever that one is. Some real whatever that is vibes, because actually I read quite a lot of those. Varied tastes. Love shoujo, love shonen, love garbage. Just love it. Blech. You couldn't see, but I did the little kissy. This might have been. This was after art school, I think. He got long again. Like, there was a period where people had gotten short, and then this guy got long again. Look at them fucking legs. And that sword, like, the spine, there's nothing in the middle. These are too fragile. They would not, like, if they caught on something, which they're obviously designed to do, they've got a fucking hook in them. Like, they'd rip off. They wouldn't rip off the thing, they'd rip off. But, sometimes you do just have to have fun with it, and physics be damned. Like, Rock's lip sync. Sorry if you can't unsee this, but when I did the first version of Rock, I synced her mouth so that her fangs would remain the same distance apart each time. But I discovered that that really limited her expressions and her ability to sync, like, to make it look like she's talking. So when I do, like, O sounds, you'll notice her fangs actually, like, come in, which is physically impossible. But sometimes you have to sacrifice reality for, like, the effect you're going for, you know? And I wanted Rock to be very expressive, so I sacrificed reality for expressiveness, you know? So, follow reality as much as you like, but also it's art and have fun with it, you know? This was a post. This was definitely, yes, okay. So this was during college, but I got this idea in high school for a circus called Cirque du Circuit, where all of the entertainers were robots, you know? It's not, you know, it's not, like, the only one who's ever had that idea. In fact, literally, Astro Boy, after his dad is like, I built you to look like my dead son, but you're not my son, literally sells him into a robot circus. So it's not like, you know, the most original thing, but things don't have to be original to be fun. Yo, this was definitely middle school. Look at that hair. This was like a mermaid that I was so proud of for so long, because, like, the torso looked like it had depth in it, you know? Like, she's got bones. So I was really proud of this one. This hair is something, though. Wowza, yowza. This was definitely high school as well. She's got a big, like, flowy dress, but she's got, like, that mark on her face, you know? The one where you're like, what am I doing? And she's got, like, bells attached to her bows and stuff. Like, extra. This bitch extra, you know what I'm saying? This is, like, a chibi creature? I mean, the proportions are just so... What's with the feet? She's got, like, Powerpuff Girls feet. And then, like, I did want to draw the hands, obviously, so they're behind the skirt. And then her head is just ginormous. I don't know what... Girl, you need help. Be a scribble. So what's this about? Oh my god, wait. Is this what I think it is? Holy shit, okay. So, when I was in elementary and middle school, something that the school did every year, it was like a whole ass thing, was each classroom, like home classroom, would be assigned a company, and you would draw advertisements for that company, and then it would all be compiled into, like, this pamphlet that was all very young student drawn advertisements for companies, which is, like, so dystopian, like, and late stage capitalism, you know? But also, it's like, these are kids and it's weirdly cute, you know? So I did win. My advertisement didn't get put in the paper, but my advertisement was for, those foods like applesauce and stuff. So this was, like, their logo, right? And then this was the drawing. And this was the text. Well, dear, it looks like we're going to have to get some more Now's Food sparkling cider, applesauce, apple juice, cherry pie filling. And then this little idiot asshole ate all of it, and it's scattered all around the house. And the dad's like, whoa! And the mom's like, this idiot does this every Tuesday. How did you not know? and then, like, stuff all around. Kids can't resist. So, if you want to see how Daisy was drawing in 5th grade, this is it. I love this little idiot. This guy. He's like a gingerbread man of shame. I love him. High school stuff. As you can see, a lot of, like, kung fu motifs. She's just posing in front of a sun, in front of a dragon, baby. And then this was a little, like, kung fu inspired girl, it seems. She's got socks on, but no shoes, because, lost them, I guess. Oh, and then I think this was meant to be like a self-portrait, but I was wearing cool clothes. So that's what I thought I looked like in high school. So, yo, look at them sneaks. Those ain't actually bad, though. Like, that one in particular, that one ain't actually bad, though. Oh, yo, okay. So, I still have, like, the first 3 of them on my bookshelf, because I just can't get rid of them. I was obsessed with the Artemis Fowl series when I was in middle school. I fucking loved it. So this is, Holly. One of the, characters from Artemis Fowl. She was, like, this, elf, basically, who was, like, a secret agent and, like, spied into the human world. And this is, like, a quote from the book, because fucking nerd, right? Oh, you know. Oh, this was another piece I did for my sister in the Tinier Me era. So there's her. My sister loves cats. She's the one whose cats I'm currently babysitting while she's teaching in Japan. So because she loves cats so much, I made her name out of cats. And then this is her with all of her, like, cat-themed items on her avatar, you know? And then, like, her avatar also had, like, little animated fireworks that went off behind her. And I drew this for her. So, there you go. Oh. This was a picture that I drew and then gave to a friend from high school. As you can see, it's, like, copied. And then that friend did her own version. And she was an incredibly talented artist with, like, a very clean anime style, as you can see. The kind where, like, you look at it and you're like, bitch, how you do that? You're, like, 16. What the fuck? You know? So, just one of those things where it's, like, interesting to see the same character translated into another art style. I love that shit. Seeing people translate characters into their art style, yes, 10,000%. I mean, you know, drawing characters in their own art style is nice, it's fun. Drawing them in yours, yes please, more. Oh, this was a skull study I had to do for art school. And this guy just looked like a friendly old grandpa, so he's saying hey. This is like the back of a skull with the spine in it, and then the side of a skull, and then the front. But, like, the way the front is, like, curved in this way, it makes him look like a little old man. So I kinda love him. He's an idiot. Oh, this was when, in Winifred's comic. I thought maybe it would be interesting if she had, like, an ex-husband and a daughter. Like, the ex-husband, they parted amicably. They're, like, still best friends, but they just realized they weren't, like, right for each other. But they have a daughter together that she, like, sends letters to. And the letters are, like, her inner monologue for, like, the chapter, you know? And that way, you can have narrative without it feeling, you know, like narrative to me in media often feels too tell not show, you know? But I figure if she's literally writing to somebody, you can make it like as part of the world. There's a word for that where it's like, instead of this being something that just, you know, the audience hears or sees, like it's something in universe. I forget what it's called, but yeah. And then this was Winifred with her hood up because she has a hood in this, I don't know, form. Reverie again, trying some stuff out with like her outfit and stuff. This was like an idea I had for one of Reverie's guards, because Reverie is like the leader of this like small country. It's basically a town big, right? So that was him, and then here he is again. He's sort of just like a dude. And then here he is again, where I'm like, yes, I like this part, and no, I don't like this part. Sometimes that happens, you know, where you're like, I like the design of this, but the design of this is garbo. I don't know why I didn't like that part. That looks pretty good to me now, but who knows what anyone's thinking. And this is what Reverie looked like before she sort of acquired her monstrous form, you know? So the idea was like, this woman was like the ruler of this small but very prominent country, because the only way through the Eye Teeth, this very dangerous mountain pass, was to go through the Valley of the Eye Teeth, which is where this community, like this country, lives. And so because they're so central, like to trade, like everybody has to go through, you know? So basically someone was trying to acquire it and turn her, like use magic to basically like turn her into like stone, but the spell messed up and she became stone-like, but still alive and around. So, you know, that's what she looked like then. This. So, you know, Winifred being a mage was essentially brought over to see if she could help with the situation. And now that that is explained, you guys can see the unfinished Chapter 1. So, I was going to publish this as a webcomic, but for a very long time, I felt like none of my work was being seen or heard, and that's, like, really difficult as an artist, you know? So you just sort of, like, lose motivation to do things because you're like, well, the only one who cares is me, so what does it matter? You know? So I'm trying to get past that. But yeah, so this is, the sort of, like, colored chapter head, of Chapter 1. And then the idea would be, it was a 4-panel comic every day. And she called her daughter Best Beloved. And as you can see, like, I was like, let's make the narration be in, like, this fun scroll, because she's writing to her daughter, so, you know. And, I love the W. And so, you know, this is her setting out on the journey with her sort of steed pack animal. You know, trying to utilize my, my art school knowledge to its fullest, like framing them like in the branches of this tree and like a dark foreground with a light background, you know. And you can see like the guide, the Ames guide for my lettering here, you know. So It's not like I didn't put effort in. And then these are the perils she was encountering on her journey. You know, if all goes well, the journey should take a few days, a couple of weeks if things go hinky. She's surrounded by a fiery inferno blasting water out of her hands, you know? Like, and then this page was less interesting to me because I would have to do a big background shot, and I hate drawing backgrounds. So, oh yeah, that's right, they were called the ivory spines. Because I had to change it because the teeth of the world was too close to the throat of the world. So the ivory spines, which is where the eye teeth are, and then a big panel, which was like a reveal of this village nestled in the valley. I think that's a very nice shot, sort of like from the back. And then this was just rough thumbnail sketches of, let's see, this is her asking somebody, this is a guard or something pointing her in the correct direction. Oh, no. This is the guy with the throat scar talking to a shadowed, like, figure of basically, like, the queen. And being like, we've spotted the maid, she's here. And her being like, this is her hand on the table, like, blah, blah, blah. And that's, like, the first indication that, yo, this bitch ain't human. And then, this is, like, a long shadow shot, I think, of her, like, sitting alone at a table. Ooh, come on, focus. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up. Girl. Thank you. So, this is her, like, Winifred wandering through the village and somebody spotting her and giving her directions to where she needs to go. You know, this is her meeting with, like, the guy who, you know, he's got the throat scars. He's, like, the leader of the guard. I love drawing her from the back because she's got, like, such a flat nose, you know? That she makes a really interesting sort of profile. He's explaining some things. She's talking about some stuff. I have the thumbnail somewhere that mentions specifically what it is they're saying, but I don't really know what it is they're saying because it's been so long. But I love this reaction shot. Very good. Very cute. This is Winifred realizing something she doesn't want to realize. This is him being like, sorry. This is her being pissed off and him being apologetic. God, I love pissed off Winifred. A+. And then the queen says something and Winifred turns around to see her. And you can see which pages I had more interest in because, like, literally Winifred's reaction shot is, like, half inked. And the queen is talking here. And then, like, you see her spooky-ass hand. And, like, her like, horns. And, like, that her teeth are fanged, you know? And then, like, it's a reveal shot. And it's like, oh, shit, the queen ain't human. She's something else, you know? You know, like, this bitch ain't a human no more. And then he's like, sup, queenie? And she's like, sup, bitch? And she's like, oh, no. And this is... So, it cuts from, oh, no, to this bird flying. And the reason it does that is because this bird is magic that Winifred sent. It becomes her letter that Belby, her daughter, catches. And Belby is here, out reading her mother's letter about her adventures in the far beyond. And here comes her papa, coming to get her in for dinner. More narration as Belby notices dear papa coming to get her for din-din. And then ending narration as papa and Belby go back home. And that was the end of chapter 1. And this was like supposed to be the colored like page for chapter 2, but I only got that far. As after that, I was like, nobody else cares. So, too disheartened to continue. Such is life. Let's see. These are all sketches, definitely post-college, because I was a tutor at this point. These are all ideas for, like, creatures in my comic that I am working on. So that's Frankie there, and that's a snitcher. They steal inconsequential things, like, paper clips. The little bastards. Those are some things that I decided not to follow up with. This is like a haunted apple that's pissed that you only took one bite out of it before you threw it out. This is a shadow that, that, like, is by itself, lives on its own. This description is great. This apple won't stop pelting you. Maybe it's ticked about that bite in it. Let's see. This is like a floating brain with an aura around it. This is like a big spooky lady. This is... It appears to be a pointy snail. And this is just a floating spine with a bunch of ribs coming off of it. So, you know. Such is life. This is a door with a tongue coming out. So that's upsetting. I think that could work for something, you know? Because, like, nobody expects your door to eat ya. You know what I'm saying? That's just a face. I was trying something there, didn't like it. That's like a horse owl that, I decided it was named Rose of Sharon because horses always have stupid names. Oh, this is me trying to figure out the name for my brother's guild in Warframe because we are in the same guild. This should be all the stuff I need to decorate. It's like 3 Rude Dudes is the name of it, I think, at the moment. But there's more than 3 people. Nobody's rude. Not all of us are dudes. So it's an entirely inaccurate name, so we were thinking, like, a few disgruntled mice, just a bunch of geese, some rude frogs. So, you know. Let's see. Ooh, this was a pose shot where you just gotta get the angst out sometimes. Very interesting sketchy. I wonder when this was. This, you know, the lankiness of the body combined with, like, the rendering with, like, these pencil hatches makes me think it's during college after art school. Oh, this is basically the blueprint I had for that ball-jointed doll I showed you guys last time. The pink one that, my poor mama dropped and feels really guilty about breaking. So, as you can see, like, this is her design. I made her 24 centimeters. And then you can see, like, the different types of connectors, how I was planning on affixing the cording to all of her, like the size of all of the ball joints I needed to make, as well as, like, the number I needed to make of them, and then that staining was definitely from, like, the clay, you know, because, like, I was literally, like, placing the objects on this blueprint because it's to scale. That's the whole point of the blueprint, is it's to scale so you can keep things relatively close to your design, you know? Oh, that's the alarm. Honestly, I could use it. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta pee like nobody's business. My voice is doing the thing where it's like, yo, bitch, you need to drink more. Also, I'm basically out of drink, so I need to grab some more because this bitch thirsty. Um, you know what? This next piece of art is pieces that show like sketches for clay projects, and I think also while we're taking a break, I'll go ahead and grab those clay objects, and we can show them off so you guys can see, oh, this was the sketch and this is like the finished product, you know, because that's what's interesting about sketchbook tours. Okay, so we are going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. While my break screen is up, there will be advertisements. Feel free to ignore them while you two take a break. Go pee, get hydrated, tell your pets and your mamas that you love them. Do everything that you need to do so we can come back ready and rearing to look at some more beautiful, bodacious art. And also, the art that makes you go, what the fuck were you thinking, Daisy? OMG. Okay. See you soon. Hey. Okay, so my mom helped me carry these in because I couldn't carry them all by myself. First, I'm clumsy as hell. And second, we don't want to damage any of these pieces because they're basically my favorite pieces that I've ever done in clay. So I'm really happy to be showing them to you guys because I think they're killer. And I'm extremely glad that I found the sketch that shows off the basic ideas of each of them. So let's go ahead. I'll show you the idea for this one first. Let's go. Oops, let's go back into my camera thing. Let's go. Thank you. Okay, so this first sketch is of a statue I wanted to do. I wanted it to be this really cute, like, mouse bard with basically like her bird friend, but also steed. Like, you can see there was like there's her little tail curling over him. But you have to be very careful in clay not to make anything too thin or it'll snap off. So you'll see a couple of design changes I made to accommodate things like that. And with this design, the mouse ended up way smaller and the bird ended up way bigger. But I'm so incredibly pleased with how they turned out. Let me bring them in. So, this is it's not glazed, it is painted with acrylic. And these strings are like, paper clips that I unfurled and glued in, after the fact. She even has little, focus please, she even has little fake eyelashes that I cut from like a pack of $1 Halloween eyelashes and like stuck on her, see? So, she's got her legs resting on her cape and her tail curled around her sparrow friend. And then her sparrow friend has this jaunty, mischievous, like, look that I just love. And if we turn the figure around, he's got an eye patch on this side. And I just think that's really fun and cute. And so, if I'm trying to be very careful because I have to hold my phone and this. I don't want to break either, but I'd rather break my phone than this because phones are replaceable, and this is not. So, very carefully, we're going to lift this up. Oh, I like this so much. Thank you. I'm so proud of it. Like, I love these idiots with my whole ass heart. If we lift this up and flip them over, you can see my signature in the tail. But you can also see how thin and hollow they each are, which is required because if it's thick, it will explode in the kiln. So, setting it back down very carefully. Yeah, and she's got like this little capelet on. Thank you, Uzi. I think this is probably one of the best things I've ever made. And it sits on my nightstand because I simply just love it so much. And like, here's the thing. I took like 2 semesters of clay in the first college I went to. And then I went to this 3rd semester at the college my mom teaches at. And, I had those ceramics classes on my transcript, so I was allowed to take the advanced ceramics class, which basically meant I was allowed to do whatever. Like, I didn't have to follow assignments. I just had to make assignments for myself and then follow through with them. And this is the first assignment I did. And my teacher was like, what the fuck? And then the second assignment I did was the ball jointed doll. And my teacher was like, what the fuck? And then the third assignment I did, this one didn't turn out as great. But still love her. She's still part of the family. Okay, so I'm going to take these and place them over here where Miss Mio cannot get her grubby paws on it. No! Back away! Fragile things, Mio! I can't help but pet her, is the problem. She just wants love and attention. You're standing on the thing I'm trying to show everybody. Is this what you wanted? What a troublemaker. No! Look at what she's doing to my chair! I try to cut her paws as best as I can. Not her paws, her claws. But she is a widow wascal. A wascally wabbit, if you will. Okay, so the third piece I did was this. So this one sort of has a backstory to it. This is the Coral Woman. Korl. Coral is a byproduct in iron smelting, right? But it's a product that is no longer produced by modern iron smelting. So it's not something we really like nobody bothered to document its properties because they were like, yeah, it's just coral. You know, like why is this important? So we don't really understand from the modern viewpoint like what its properties are. But there's this story called The Coral Woman, or Life in the Iron Mills. And in this story, this man who works in these, like, this huge iron smelting factory, like, where conditions are abhorrent, right? Because it's like pre, during, post-Civil War, so like everything is shit for all of the workers, right? And this guy, like, in his free time when he's not having to like look after this, like, whatever he's in charge of, he takes the coral that is a waste product and he sculpts with it. And he creates a woman of coral. And the woman is described as, like, either reaching or shielding herself, like, with her hands. It's unclear. Like, she's arising from the muck. And, like, her face, they can't tell if it's, like, longing or if it's horror. And, like, one guy asks him, like, you know, what's up with this woman that you sculpted? Like, basically, what's her deal? And he looks at her for a long time, and then he just says, she be hungry. And, like, it's such a profound moment in literature. I think this like, statement, especially American literature, which has such a short history compared to the literature of the rest of the world, I think it's an important story. There's a lot of parallels today. And my mother loves this story. So I wanted to basically do 2 projects for myself and 2 projects for my mother, right? So this is the first project I tried to make for my mother because she loves the story Life in the Iron Mills. She teaches American literature, and it's always in her curriculum because it is an important piece of literature with a profound message, but it's easy enough for students to read, right? So long story short, I attempted to sculpt the Coral Woman. I'm going to set the camera down for a second and explain as I go. Whoa, no, thank you. That was not supposed to happen. Oh, I hate that. The other way. Camera back, please. You motherfucker. Well, congratulations. You guys got to see what the underflap of my arm looks like. An upshot of my nose. Literally the least flattering angle on any human. Thank you. Thank you, freaking camera. Okay. I'm setting you down here. You're in timeout while I grab this. Oh my god. Okay. So, I attempted to sculpt the coral woman. And I don't think I did a bad job. In fact, I think the job was very beautiful when I was done. The problem therein lies that I glazed it and didn't understand how to use glaze properly. So, my coral woman ended up an overglazed sort of like nightmare where all of her wonderful detail, you can see some of it like there in her eye shining through, but all of her wonderful detail got absolutely obliterated. You can see where it dripped, like between her legs. Just absolutely obliterated by this glaze. But, you know, as disappointed I am with how it turned out in the end, as my mother points out, its crude sort of visage is more accurate to the story anyway, because there is something both beautiful and hideous about the coral woman. So, I would say she's on the beautiful and hideous side. Parts of her are held together with Elmer's glue because my poor teacher had to chip her off of the shelf. That's how much this glaze ran. And typically she would make you chip it off the shelf yourself. Except I'm a cripple, so she had to do it for me. So I felt especially bad. You know. And then the second project I did for my mom, and the last project of the semester, was a woman teapot. Hi, Queen. Hello. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Yo, you came in for a good time. We're comparing the original sketches I found for a bunch of my clay projects with the finale. And not sticking around long today. I have D&D in 40 minutes. Heck yeah. Come spend your 40 minutes with us and then go do adventures. That sounds perfect. Perfect. That's an excellent day you have planned. So this was a teapot I was making for my mother. And my mother loves those figurines of like beautiful women in long flowing gowns. She just thinks they're so gorgeous. And she's so afraid to own them because she's afraid they'll break. So she has one and she kept it in its box for 10 years because she was terrified that it was gonna break, right? So I wanted her to have a beautiful, like, dancing lady, but I also wanted her to know that if this one broke, I can replace it because I'm the one who made it. And if I made it once, it may not be exactly the same the second time, but I can make it again. That's how skill works. So, I'm gonna set you guys down for a second, and then we're gonna grab the teapot. If the camera starts acting weird, it's because I'm moving around a lot. Okay, so this teapot, I think so far, is it's a little dusty. It's been on display for a while. This teapot, I think, is probably my magnum opus. actually, next to rock. I think rock is probably my magnum opus. But of my sculptures, this is my magnum opus. So, this is the teapot that I made for my mother. It's covered in little tiny roses. It's food safe on the inside. The outside is all acrylic because I was so scared after the Coral Woman incident. I couldn't bring myself to glaze the outside of her. But, so when you turn her around, the rest of her skirt shows and you can see the teapot peeking through from underneath. Right? And then the piece de resistance, the lid, is the woman herself. So if we just... So you can put your tea in there, you know, it's a functioning teapot. And then of course she lifts off. So you can put in your tea and take out your strainer. She's not perfect, you know, she's got some, come on, please focus, she's got some rough patches in there, you can see, but, considering it was something I was making for my mother, and I had never, done something this ambitious before, I think it turned out pretty damn good. So she just sits right back on her little resting spot where she lays her head on the handle. Yeah, so I think that this is probably one of my favorite pieces I've ever made, just period. I have a whole plan. So all of my family who currently lives in this house, so me, my mother, and two of my brothers, we are planning on taking ceramics classes again together. And I want to do an entire, dancing lady tea set. So, a sugar bowl, a creamer bowl, a spout thingy, jug. That's what they're called, jugs. I want to do teacups with saucers and lids. I want to do spoons. I want to do a snack plate for little tea time treats. I want to go all out. I actually have that. I think I showed the designs for that last time in my littlest sketchbook that I currently have. So yeah, teapot, extremely, extremely proud of. And now I'm going to place her back in her little safe spot on my desk so we can continue the normal sketchbook tour. That was my knee. Okay. Tuck you in there. And hope that the cats decide it's not interesting enough over here. Okay, so yeah, that's how these sketches became... Whoops. Yes, the back camera. That's how these sketches became those objects that you saw. Ain't that right, Miss Mousy? Okay. So, still have stuff to go through, so let's go through it. Let's just grab a pile, because we're not going to make it through this whole thing. This is Takak Scrub Gubber. This is his original art. I love this little, fashionista, bling-obsessed idiot. He's a character I have in Pathfinder. Oh, I love him. He's this oracular, monkey goblin who works in a circus because it was a circus-themed campaign. The Pathfinder's, circus-themed campaign isn't that great. You're mostly fighting, just big stinky creatures the whole time and not doing any circus things. But the idea was he was the fortune teller inside a tent before you go into the main circus, right? And he's got like bright blue fur and golden eyes, and he's obsessed with money. He's a good boy. This was an idea I was having for the same campaign, that she would be like a clown. Because I actually quite like clowns. I know a lot of people are scared of them, but I think clowns are pretty cute. So she was gonna be a clown, but I decided to go with Tack instead because he was just extremely special. Ooh, this is... is this allowed on Twitch? Oops. This was just a weird little sketch of like a dude or a lady, who knows. Oh, I think this is probably from high school, based on like the eyes and the nose especially. There was another ballpoint sketch. Just hair and a pretty face. Yeah, okay. This was a Copic sketch. So like a sketch with alcohol markers, and I was trying to create like a whole like gang of people. And I thought like halfway through, oh, maybe they're in a band, that would be fun. So like this lady is like getting ready to do a big punch on some people, and these people are like, ooh, let's do a big punch, and this guy's like, why are we punching again? This was that one character I had who always covered her, like, eyes with her hat. And she's doing, like, some sort of singing thing. She's got incredibly large fingies, and I have no idea why. Oh! This is some more fabric stuff. Where you just, like, draw as much fabric as possible because it's fun. Yo, her armpit looks pretty good, though. I know that sounds weird to say, but armpits are just like a mess of muscles that are a pain in the ass to draw. You know, you got the traps peeking out from behind, you got the pecs leading into the biceps, you got the coracobrachialis in there somewhere doing whatever the fuck it does. I think it's attached to the scapula back there, like, is all kinds of crazy all up in there. So getting an armpit that looks good, that's a feat, you know? Oh, okay. So in high school, my eldest brother, he had a character that he made comics of when he was a kid. And that character was called Mighty Snake. And Mighty Snake was a snake with arms. He was a superhero, and he had a little rat sidekick named George. So I decided to make some Mighty Snake comics for my brother. So, if we look, Mighty Snake, what do you mean I don't have a superpower? I'm a snake with frickin' arms. Arms, for goodness sake. That's not super, that just means you caught up with the rest of the animal kingdom. The indignity. So here's strip 2. So let me get this straight. I'm not super because while I'm a snake with arms, other animals already have arms. Yeah, Bird Dude here is super because he's a human with wings, even though other animals already have wings. Yes, but he has wings and arms. So stupid. I'm sorry, Mighty Snake. We just can't use you. Besides, we already have a snake superhero. What? What could be better than a snake with arms? Oh, hello. I hate my life. You know, what could be better than a snake with arms? I wonder what could be better than a snake with arms. Oh, so stupid. Oh, this was a proteo. Come on, focus. Sfiormi. Camera, focus. Thank you. This is a prototype I had of a character, that was going to be in Frankie's story. before. Well, no, this was when it accidentally became a property that already existed. This is her, like, discovering Frankie in the attic. She looks different because it's a different design. You know, this is just, like, sketching out ideas. He is like, oh, did you know there was a doll there? No, it might have been Dad's or Grandpa's. So she just, like, finds Frankie in the attic. And then this is, like, her brother and her mom, having a conversation about her. I don't know, Marie, can't her dad take her? Well, hon, that was the idea. He went on an emergency business trip. You know, one of the reasons I left them. Can't he just take her with him? School's in, she can't miss 2 weeks, and he's heading to the boondocks. It's just, well, let me guess, you're sure she doesn't like you? I'm pretty sure she hates me. Oh well, don't worry about it. She's just got the soul of a cantankerous old man. You know you're an idiot when your own comics make you laugh. And then there she is, eating a whole thing of cheese balls, and her mother's asking, "And do you know where the cheese balls went?" It's like, no, I certainly don't. I don't got them. Don't look at me. Back to some weapon designs I had in high school. And boy, are they something. Wowza, yowza, please focus, holy shit. So it looks like the hilt is made of a horn. And, like, the crossguard is a skull, and the horns are, like, connected for some reason. And then just the most impractical blade you've ever seen. And, like, a bow staff that seems like it's got way too many pointy ends on it to be, like, twirling around. Of, like, gauntlet weapon. And another gauntlet weapon. So, just the most impractical weapons you can think of. Oh, this was, I was playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and my Inquisitor, ended up doing the big smooch with Iron Ball. So that's what that is. Doing the big smooch. Ooh. Sometimes you just gotta get a pose out, no matter how much you, like, fucking break someone's foot to do it. So yeah, she's incredibly muscular, and she's got an extremely small waist, but, you know, not everybody's perfect. Yo, here's the high school redesign of that, like, Grim Reaper character that I made. She's, like, got less scars, and this time no bandages. But she's still got, like, a scythe, but it's got, like, this little scythe on the back, which is, like, that's not how scythes work. But then again, the handle's completely straight, and that's not how scythes work either. Got to go. Aw, okie dokie. Enjoy your D&D. Have lots of wonderful adventures. Make sure you smooch and or punch someone. Very, very good for me. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is some more of her being, like, emo about her backstory. Because her backstory is this whole, like, oh, she's a demon, but her friend was this angel, and they were friends as kids, but now their lives have been torn apart. Oh, thank you so much, Uzi and Queen. I'm glad that somebody else gets enjoyment out of it, because I enjoy my art. I enjoy the process, and generally, I enjoy, like, the end product. So hearing that other people like it too is extremely rewarding. Yo, here she is being more emo too. She's cut off all of her hair. Oh no! What is she gonna do? This was when I was learning how to draw anatomy. And I think where I was learning to draw it from, and this is gonna be extremely hilarious. When I was in high school, somebody bought me a how to draw a how to draw furries book. And that book focused on anatomy so much, you just know this guy was, like, getting down with his art in his own time, you know? But I learned a lot of anatomy from it. We like that Hoosie. Oh my god. Oh, this is a design for a sword that, you could split into 2 swords. It was, her weapon. And then this is another design of hers. She's just doing a fucking... Oof. She's just doing a fucking monologue. But this is, you know, she's got, like, her thighs out. She's got, like, feathers in her hair now for some reason. I've gone back to the bandages. You know. As you do. Ooh, this is just this is a little mage friend. I love that little wand. That's cute. And this is just like a mage friend casting some, oh, that's a good hand. Casting some incredibly cute magics. Let's go. Soft. Very round. One to touch. Yo, more Inquisitor shit. This was my Kunari Inquisitor. She, I love a strong nose and some strong lips. Love them. Love them, love them. So there she is. Just being, you know, a Kunari Inquisitor in a human's world. Ooh. This I tried, like, digitally finishing because I thought there was maybe something interesting about it. But I think taking it into a digital medium actually, like, weakened its impact. Not that it's got much impact anyway, it's just like a dude staring, you know? But I think this has, like, a vibrancy that I couldn't capture in digital. That happens sometimes. Oh, here's my Inquisitor and Vivian trying to pick out a dress for her. For a visit to Orlais. I'm not very good at designing dresses, so... Here was me designing the dress. I really tried. I don't think it worked out. Let's see. Ooh! More Inquisitor bullshit. So here she is, like, she wasn't a mage, she was a, stabby, with the daggers. But, you know, magic exists, and you've literally got, like, fucking portal of magic on your hand, just, like, use it. I think that this was DAO, like, fan art. These boys look real serious. Like, they're very sad. Poor babies. Poor babies. Yo! More textured brushwork. Let's go! Oh. Don't you just want to tattoo? I love finding things like this, because it's like, ooh, maybe I should try that. And then, like, you try to intentionally get the dry brush look, and it looks like shit, and you're like, you know? Let's see. Oh, this was a logo I made for a place that doesn't exist, because I thought this wolf was really cute. This Hungry Wolf Barbecue. We don't exist. But I think this would make an extremely cute logo, except that it's illegible, because his hand is in the way of the banner. You know you're bored in class when you're sketching logos, you know? Not on the back there. This is another redesign of that character. Like, I made the staff more natural, so it's scythe-like, but obviously not a scythe. And her scars, like, the little dots next to it. I don't know if this is something that happens for like other people who have like traumatic scars from surgeries. But I have oh, pardon me, I'm gonna blow my nose. Okay, I have a problem with something called hypertrophic scarring, which is where your scar tissue never like fully heals correctly, so it's very puckered and painful. And the one on my chest especially has like these little dots next to the scars, and those are tiny scars from the stitching that the doctor used to stitch me back up. So I don't know if this is like something other people have experienced on their bodies or if I'm just like weird, but for a long time I started drawing scars like that because I thought that's how I was like, oh, it turns out I and everyone have been drawing scars wrong. This is what they look like. I know because I got a big one now. But turns out, no, that's just dependent on your weird ass body circumstances. So, that's what those dots are. You know, I think this redesign is certainly better. She's way more simple, but her storyline is still, you know, this appears to be some sort of man attached to this woman's shadow. Yo, that's a sick hairstyle though. I must have been looking at like, I don't know, reference or something, because that looks fun as hell. But she looks real pissed to have this man like living in her space, and honestly, I do not blame her. Let's see. Ooh, brush, pen, sketch. Brush, pen, sketch. Let's go. Yo, look at this freckle factory. What a cutie pie. She's got the DreamWorks eyebrows. The freckles. Yeah. Freckling is very fun. It's a good way to add visual interest, and it is something which used to be considered imperfect, but which now is considered attractive. And I love imperfections on a person's body because people are complex creatures. Yo! Okay. I love the preach it, Daisy. Y'all heard me. If you got moles, if you got skin tags, if you got freckles, if you got birthmarks, if you got vitiligo, if you got plaque psoriasis, if you got dermatitis of any kind, baby, you beautiful. You beautiful, and your skin is beautiful. If it's an infection, maybe take care of it. But, barring that, bitch, you beautiful. Also, here's a lady with long arms. Oh, look at them thighs, though. Can't get over the butts. Speaking of birthmarks, here we go. This is a lady with, it seems to be, a rather large one. Yeah, it comes all the way down her face and back down her neck. Let's go. When did I draw this? No idea. Love the lips. Absolutely smoochable. Hi, Savoyo. Thank you so much for the sippy. Oh, I forgot to open up my. Hold on. I have a beautiful frosty drink, but the cap's on, so I have to set down my phone. Delicious. Thank you so much. Honestly, I could use it. These sketchbook toys, I love them, and they're very easy on me. But I talk so much during them. Slurp the slime serum, yeah! I talk so much during them that, I dehydrate quite quickly. Yeah. So I think this one is probably post-college. I don't see myself doing that one in college. Sometimes you just need a day that's easy on you. Yeah, the day I had yesterday was something. But, like, it was also Valentine's Day, and my mom bought me a Squishmallow and sugar-free chocolates that I can eat with my diabetes. And we watched some fun TV, including Physical 100. And Mom was like, I guess it's appropriate we're watching this on Valentine's Day, because it's just a bunch of half-naked people wrestling each other. So, yeah. This was a short story I wrote in high school. You can see it's about 15 pages. And it is a story, let me tell you. Deeply inspired by anime, because of course this was high school. Oh, and it has the character Blue Jay in it. See? Silence permeated the clearing. Blue Jay slowly finished bandaging his wound. When she finished, she sat down in front of him. I forgot that Blue Jay was in this story, that I actually, like, gave her a story to have. So that's nice. We saw her design earlier, so that's fun. This was high school. This was for sure high school. You know, because this bitch got spindly limbs. And look at that hair. Just a big clump. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, lady. I think I did a redraw of this specific one. Yep. Shoujo limbs. Exactly. So this is a few years ago. Let's see. 2018. I wrote the date on it. Thank you, past me. So this was a redraw I did of the same character. And you know, I think both of them are good, but in their own ways, you know? They're incredibly different, but I don't think one's, like, better than the other. I think they're both interesting, you know? Please focus. There we go. So, it's fun to see how someone's style changes. Exactly. That's why I love doing redraws of old stuff. Oh, this is a robot for that high school class where I was only allowed to draw robots. You know, he's, cute. Oh, this is a lady. I think I drew this one in college. She's got toots. She's got hair. How is she sitting in her dress conforming? RoboPal, exactly. How is she sitting and her dress conforms to her legs, but her hair continues to flow down? Magic. That's how. Magic. Oh, these were characters. In fact, I believe... Yeah, okay. So these characters, like... Hell yeah, magic is awesome. Absolutely, positively. Where would we be in the world if not for magic? Okay. Okay. I can do this. Ugh. I'm not used to having fingernails. They've always been short, and I've grown them long. And it's killing me. So these characters are sort of meant to all occupy, like, the same universe. The idea is that the two boys would eventually, do a smooch. Fingernails take some adjusting. Absolutely. And they're my natural nails, so I can't just, like, rip them off if I get tired of it. I'd have to cut them, and then it would take so long to grow. Yeah, so, like, this guy was sort of, like, a Debbie Downer with, like, this cute, energetic younger sister, and some scars that indicate some past traumas. Whereas this guy is, like, a single dad of two adorable kids, real family man, real cozy, comfy type. The cats love good scratching. Yeah, the cats love the fingernails, but Savignon, absolutely. Typing is a nightmare. Trying to use shift or caps with my pinky is a problem now. It's so long. It's so incredibly long. It's like my longest fingernail. It's like one of them nails that people used to do coke with. It's a problem. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this guy was like a cute family man. I love these kids. And these two are supposed to suit. Lol. Look. Have any of you seen the movie Mystery Men with Casanova Frankenstein? That's like the second time the coke nail has come up this week somehow. That's so funny. But yeah, that's what this fingernail reminds me of, because Casanova Frankenstein in that movie like kills people with his pinky nail. It's so long. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one was like a colored pencil experiment, it seems. I don't know, for some reason this gives me like David Bowie vibes. I almost said David Bowie vibes. Ugh, don't you hate your tongue when it does that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was like talking to a dude and he said he grew his pinky out when he was a teen because he thought it was just stylish and cool and have the one. Didn't find out until a year later it was a coke nail. Say, fashion people unite, reclaim the coke nail. Is now the woke nail. Oh god, I hated saying that. Ignore that. Forget it happened. I made a rallying cry! Well, you guys heard. It's time to go. Coke nails unite. Woke nails for life. Oh my god, you guys are delightful. I love all you little beings. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is like an elf lady with that haircut I can't get past. A ballpoint sketch, but one where I'm not particularly concerned about leftover lines, because sometimes you just gotta go for it. Yo, this is me doing like some 90s bullshit, because I love 90s bullshit. This is definitely a dip pen. You can tell because it's got that raised feeling that makes you just want to go scribble all over it, you know? So yeah, this is me doing like some throwback 90s shonen, like she's the tough girl but she's secretly in love with the main character stuff, you know? Oh, is this the first time you guys have seen me actually draw a nipple? I wonder. Huh. Anywho, this is a man. He's got some fur on. Uncensored nips. Yeah, basically. It's the first time. I don't tend to draw them in just because they're like, oh no! Well, it lives forever now in infamy. Thank you, Samuel. Oh my gosh. Lady, insect lady. It's got some extra arms going out of her rib cage. I actually quite like this a lot. This could be something. Insect lady, let's go. I love her. She's very cute, I think. There's something about, like, the big eyes. And, like, I just got here, but insect lady! Let's go! Hi, Clockwork Man! Welcome! We're chanting about insect lady. Insect lady! I love her big badonka thorax. I like that she's got stuff coming out of her abdomen. I think her face is cute. Excellent. Excellent all around. Ooh! Fox Mama, let's go! Let's go! Hi, Daisy Insect. Yeah! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you back, Clockwork. Oh my god. So many adorable beanie babies. Let's go. Some armor. Yo, you can tell that I shaded this in because it's got all that like pencil schmutz, you know, that happens. Glad to be back. Oh, welcome back. There's always a spot for you in the cozy cave. Oh my goodness. Like, I drew all of that chainmail and then shaded it in, and can you see? I'm getting like graphite on my finger just interacting with it. There's so much on the page, you know? But she's pretty cute. She's got like some interesting armor. She's got very specifically a boom plate. You know, you gotta go for it. It's like a queen armor set. I'm sort of deeply into it. Yo! Big strong mamas, let's go! Lady, yo! Holy shit, I drew this? Who the is that a gargoyle's art? Always. Always. Love gargoyles. I have plans to make a little gargoyle plushie that Rock can hold in the future. A little Goliath. Oh yeah, it's so good. Man, I can't believe look at them thighs! That was just crush your thighs, holy shit! Look at that fucker! Look at that tail! Powerful leggies! Holy shit! This woman can do damage! She out here to fuck people up! Oh my god, I can't believe I drew that. When did I draw this? I don't remember drawing this. I have no idea when she got them as stuffies. I have no idea when this happened. Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Joe? Ah, yes. I love the little wispy hair bits down here. And then I outlined the negative space of her body by using her hair. That's so fun. That's actually fun. Yeah, negative space. Like, there's something to be... the hair, yeah, it's so good. It's kind of giving me, like, 60s Barbie vibes. Like, if this were colored, that's exactly what it would look like. You know what I'm talking about? That 60s Barbie vibes where it's, like, everything's chunky but so fucking cute. That's really cool, though. What the heck? You just have bangers sitting, like, in a pile in your room. And it's like, I don't know what to do with this. Oh, and then sometimes you have, like, weirdly proportioned cat girls. I don't know what's up with them feet, but she's got them. Wow, those are some feet. She's got a little heart. She looks very happy to be here anyway. Oh my gosh. Yo! This was a paranormal investigator sort of lady character that I thought of. Animal people are vastly improved with giant palms. It's true. More palms, more toe beans. Unless they're based on a prey animal, in which case they do not have toe beans, or toe beans are exclusive to predators. Oh my gosh. Look at this little dummy. Love the poofy hair. Oh, this was an assignment I had to do for art school. I had to create a character and then do a turnaround, and as you can see, my turnaround got more squished as it went on. I couldn't fit him, he was too wide. Of course, but forward-facing eyes and toe beans. Huh. Good draw that. What would the toe beans of a horse look like? I've either broken days or inspired. I'm scared either way. You know? I think you've inspired me. I'm thinking about it, and I think you could actually make that work. I can't wait. You know, like if you've ever seen the Jacob horse from Drawfee, he's kind of got like a forward face and eye situation. And he's pretty cute. You could put some toe beams on that motherfucker. You could. This was that same character, but this is his like his full thing. And if you read the description, like it's so stupid because at this point in my life I was like surrounded in an environment where there were like basically there was no like women teachers there. All the authority in my art school was like dudes. So I picked up some really toxic ideas about girls and women that I had to undo. And this character was a direct byproduct of all of those toxic traits. Yes. Big yikes. You know, growth is about being able to see past mistakes and learn from them. Like, this, where, he's being a sexist asshole because he's like, oh, girls can't handle video games, but then the joke is she loves violent video games and he's a wimp. So, you know, sometimes you learn things from authority figures that maybe you shouldn't be learning, and it takes you 10 years to unlearn them, but you come out stronger and cooler and buffer in the end. That was Frankie's original design. And he's like, Papa, you're always learning and growing and changing. Exactly. We love self-improvement and growth. God, I hope so, because if I have to be held accountable for the things I said 10 years ago, which I do, I said some pretty shitty stuff. I once unironically used the phrase, reverse racism, if that gives you an idea. I have learned from men, but sometimes, you just gotta go through the process. You know, sometimes you just gotta go through the process. Oh, look. Beautiful. Beautiful. Exactly. Exactly. It's the people who stagnate that you gotta watch out for. Like, if you don't have regrets in life, a very empathetic person. Because all of us have hurt people. And if you don't regret that, I don't see how you can, like... I don't see how you can physically be a person and not regret, like, hurting somebody in a way where it was totally unjustified on your end, you know? Couldn't be me. Oh, okay. This was a quote from Anne Frank's diary. I haven't read the whole thing, but this quote, Daisy Philosophy Tour. Basically. But, basically, this quote, is, look at how a single candle both defies and defines the light. And for a 13-year-old girl going through the shit she had to go through, that's just, you know, that's just one of the things where I'm not super into, like, inspirational quotes or, like, quotes in general. But, like, when you think about the shit she had to go through, this one just hits you different, you know? So I thought it would be interesting to do, like, a light study, but the darkness would be made of that quote. So if you look, it's just that quote over and over again. So I was like, I think it would be interesting to do a piece where that quote was the darkness offset by the light. Oh, that's what that is. Let's see. Oh, we're actually 10 minutes over, but I'll show you this one last piece. Frankie. This is another quote. I just said, I'm not that into quotes, and this starts off with a quote. But this was an early stage of Frankie's life story where this woman is like crafting him, and when she inserts the pin, he becomes awake, and she smiles at him. Frankie's my sweet little baby. I'm gonna get him in a story somewhere. Mark my words. Absolutely, positively. Oh my gosh. But it's 2:10, yo! Yo, we went over, baby. I gotta try to not do that, because, again, we don't want to wear me out. if I'm worn out, I won't be able to stream tomorrow, and then where will we be? Where will we be? I love art. Like, doesn't art just fill you with unbridled joy? I know it does me. Like, seeing other people's art is just so incredibly inspirational. Sometimes I just watch, like, the artists I like, all of their old stuff over again. Because, see how they've grown? Like, yo, the Drawfee crew, Nathan especially, when they started out, like, on Facebook, me deadass watching their shit on Facebook, like, Drombat, and I was like, I don't understand, what does this have to do with wombats? And they're like, no, it's drawing combat, and I'm like, what? But, like, literally, like, you see Nathan's stuff from 10 years ago? Like, 2014? And you're like, this man is incredible. Look at how much he's grown. And it's just because he keeps at it. He's always drawing. And it's, I guess, I recently got my first drawing tablet and I want to practice with it. Yo, absolutely. Oh my god. I can't imagine the world of possibilities opening before you. Yo, entering the space of digital art can feel like so challenging, but it's so rewarding. When you get something that you look at and you're like, bitch, I did that. It's like, pure bliss. I wish that for you. I'm excited because the layers. Hell yeah. Yo, the lasso tool can't be underestimated either. Like, grabbing a head and shrinking it down to make it proportional. Cannot be underestimated. Idle joy. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, I don't know if you have a Twitter, but if you guys do cute art, feel free to, like, at me and, like, DM me your cute shit, because I want to be your biggest fan, and I will absolutely cheer you on. Like, hell yeah. I don't just love art, I love artists. I love artists so much. You know? Like, sincerely. I think my brother makes fun of me because he's like, you're always reading manga with terrible art. The art style you like in, like, manga and comics is horrible. And I'm like, have you seen the improvement? Have you seen how this person absolutely, like, from day one just fucking went for it and did it so often that they mastered their style? How can you not appreciate that? And he's like, yeah, but it looked funny to me. But what does he know? He likes moe. Nothing wrong with moe. I'm just saying. Like, he just has different art aesthetics than I. But I love art that shows effort. You know, that shows, like, the artist really got down into it. Oh, I could just smooch it. I could just lick it. I could smooch it, lick it, stick it to my forehead, walk around with it on my face all day. You know? Okay, so we have to decide who we're gonna send the love to this time. So, let's see if there's the indomitable human artist spirit. Exactly. Okay, so. Yo, Jacuzzi Tubs is playing Blanc right now. Have you guys seen Blanc? It's this incredibly beautiful hand-drawn black and white game. And you can play it multiplayer. It's a multiplayer game where one of you is a little wolf and one of you is a little deer. Like, yeah, send Daisy Doodle Huggies to Jacuzzi Tubs. They're wonderful, and the game they're playing is so fucking good looking. Like, I saw it the other day, and, like, it's one of those ones where it's all hand-drawn and then turned into 3D assets, and it's like, yes, 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 yes. You can keep your photorealism. This is what I want. So, we're gonna send you over to Jacuzzi Tubs. Make sure to say hi, maybe give some hugs, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye. Love you, smoochies. Bye-bye. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Raining good beans is so tasty right now.